military veterans arrested for allegedly holding cabinet ministers hostage last week are appearing in the Pretoria Magistrate's Court today. The veterans are demanding reparations for taking part in the liberation struggle. Let's get to this conversation, and we're joined by the co-chairperson of the Joint Standing Committee on Defence, Mr. Mamagase Nchabeleng, who talks to us from Sekhukhune. This is in Limpopo. Nchabeleng, thank you very much for your time. Can I start with your characterization of what took place on Thursday, an attempted kidnapping of 2 cabinet ministers and 1 deputy minister? These very same minister, the following day, they described this incident as a maturing democracy, quote unquote. How do you see it as members of parliament?
Good morning, Gambian and the viewer, your listeners. Well, what happened was really just unfortunate. My understanding is that there was a meeting, and the military veterans felt that they wanted the minister and the deputy and the minister and the presidency, Mr. Honorable Gunguvele, to stay longer than they wanted to in terms of the discussions that took place. So I'm told that what I heard is that when they wanted to leave, the gates were closed. It's not like people were holding guns to their heads and there was a hostage taking. That's my understanding of what has happened. And if you keep people longer than what they want to stay for, I think if you are actually holding people against their will, to stay in your meeting.
Yeah. Mr. Nchabeleng, I guess the reason I'm asking you this question is that so many people have weighed in on what took place on Thursday night. And one of the descriptions, one of the characterizations around what happened there is that what these military veterans did was an act of treason, because you're holding hostage leaders of the country, and key among them is a minister of defense, and that talks to our security as a country. Your explanation that it's an unfortunate situation, some people may view it as quite mild.
Yeah, well, they've got their own opinion, I've got mine, I'm saying. Because you see, my understanding is that there was people who were not really beaten up or something like that. I'm not sure what had happened because I wasn't there.
All right.
But that holding people against their will to stay in your meeting, it's not a good thing. Let me say that.
All right. Let me quickly ask you this question.
It cannot be condoned. I'm not condoning it. But I'm saying that you're then referring to it as if people were holding people with guns.
Well, the fact is our country's perhaps most well-trained officers had to step in order for these ministers to be released. But nonetheless, let's move from there. Very briefly for me, because the court case itself, where these military veterans are appearing, is about to start. Can I ask you about the legitimacy of their claims? Do you think that their demands are legitimate?
Military veterans have challenges. The challenges of health, challenges related to accommodation, challenges related to pensions, and challenges also related to payment of fees for their children. And to some extent, even some of them who are studying possibly will need their fees paid, and because some of them are unemployable because of age and health reasons, the only avenue left for them is that they should be included in the, that they should get the benefits that are that are due to them.
All right. That's Mr. Mamagase Nchabeleng, co-chairperson of the Standing Committee on Defense.